What's your first name?
Tracy.
Tracy, okay. The first thing Tim wants me to talk to you about is a bridge, about going over a bridge. And it's symbolic, but there's also a literal connection to it too. So I don't know if at some point you had to cross a bridge to get home or if you take a bridge to work. But he says when you're crossing that bridge, and you've had to cross a lot of bridges in your life, that he's held your hand and he's been with you every single moment of the way. He says the bridge to connect you to him is hope. And you've lost your hope because you're feeling like you're alone. And he says, baby, you're not. You're just not. Nothing's stuck in his throat anymore. He's talking about sometimes things get caught in his throat. Like having a hard time. I know he could talk, but he says sometimes there were things that were real hard for him to say. And it's all free. It's all free now. There's a CD or a music connection with him too. I don't know if you had made a CD for him, or if you'd downloaded some of his songs or played some of his music not too long ago.
He died when he was in 4th grade with cancer.
Mm-hmm. And had you made some songs or made a collage with pictures of him?
I think I made a CD,
Yeah.
back then it was a cassette,
CD.
back in the 70s,
Right. Yeah, he's honoring the music. And I think you have heard that music not too long ago. And he says, yeah, he was there. And I don't know, he must have had something with breathing with his throat and his lungs and all that too.
What kind of cancer he had.
He's honoring that. Again, just he says, nothing's caught. He's free. He's free. There's a father figure who's with him and who's with him. Do you know if he has lost his father?
I think so.
He's honoring that his dad is with him, and that's an important connection. And there's a basketball connection too that he's mentioning. I don't know if when you guys were growing up, if there was a basketball goal out front, or if you'd play. He's just remembering that, recalling that. Also, he shows me pine trees. There's two things about that. One is literally like pine trees. If you have some pine trees that are close to home that are real pretty that you've been noticing. The second thing is Christmas time. There's a significance to Christmas with him, either a transition or a birthday or something like that, and he's honoring that or validating that. And he's also telling me about you being a little bit of a stickler about cleaning lately, kind of going a little bit nutso about it. And he says you don't have to be on the warpath, things will get done, so don't beat yourself up about it. He tells me about your writing. I don't know if you thought about writing a book, and he is encouraging you, please do it. And he will help you with that. He tells me the name Robin, but I see a little robin bird too. So I don't know if you've been seeing a lot of robins or if there was a robin during that time, but he wants me to mention that name to you and talk with you about that. There is a birthday coming up in November, or there's some kind of connection this month that he's honoring too. Were you rotating your tires or doing something with the tires on your car?
I should.
Yes. He says you should, yeah. And I think you thought of it or had the idea, and he's the angel on your shoulder that's reminding you of that. There's an Amanda or Mandy or Amy who's connected with you from younger years too, from when Tim was here, and he's just remembering her. He says you've got to let the past go. The pain of the past, you've got to let it go. Your writing is what helps you work through that so you can have a different future. You're creating your future when you write and when you let go of the past. And he encourages you with that every step of the way. Every single step of the way, he's there. He says you can't worry. Tim says you can't worry about if it would have happened later, if it would have happened now, if he would have got sick, there would have been a cure, or it could have been different, or it would have been something else. He says it happened when it was supposed to happen. It happened in God's time. And he got to go home. And he says, it's okay. It's okay. He's telling me about your stomach too. I don't know if your stomach had been bothering you, if there'd been some issues there. But he wants you to heal that. It's important that you do. Also, he showed me up north. So there's family either in Nebraska or someone that's up north from where we are. And you may be traveling up there, making some kind of connection there too. But he's honoring that. And it may be connected with your writing or some of his family or some work that's done. Do you have a friend who rides a motorcycle, or is there some kind of motorcycle connection?
I don't know if he's come into my life yet. What does he have to say about this person?
You will have a connection with that. That's a significant connection for you. So you understand that? Okay, he's confirming it. Like I said, as long as you know, it's good. So Tim says keep talking to him and keep writing about him and keep writing for him and keep creating what you want instead of just fearing the worst about the past. But he's free and clear. He is, and he says again, it's not about up or down or black or white or in or out. It's about love. It's always about love, and he's honoring that. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh. That's the one he said. Yeah.